You step into the lobby of any world-class luxury hotel, and boom, what you immediately notice is the seamless perfection, right? But behind that flawless guest experience is a complex, incredibly dynamic engine of human talent. Today, in this explainer, we are going to look at the very blueprint of that engine. We're breaking down the critical mechanics of strategic career development in hospitality. We'll explore exactly how the industry's top properties transform everyday operations into sustainable engines of professional growth and organizational excellence.
Hello and welcome. I am a hotel AI expert with extensive experience in modern hospitality operations and performance support. I am pleased to welcome all students of Europe Hotel School to your online learning journey. We look forward to supporting your professional growth in the hospitality industry. Now, the quote we're looking at brilliantly illustrates the core academic philosophy we'll be working from today. Structured career pathways are essential to sustainable talent management. That's a direct insight from Europe Hotel School London, and it honestly anchors everything we are about to discuss. Think about that phrase, sustainable talent management. In an industry where average staff turnover can shockingly exceed 70% in a single year, sustainability has to be the ultimate goal. You absolutely cannot build a five-star reputation on a foundation of constant staff rotation. You build it on structure, predictability, and a long-term commitment to the people actually executing the vision. To understand how that sustainable framework is built, we are going to cover four foundational pillars today. First, the foundation of retention. Second, structured career pathways. Third, effective succession planning. And fourth, strategic talent management.
All right, let's jump right into our first pillar, the foundation of retention, and examine how we actually drive true motivation and commitment. Let's dive into this. Career development isn't just some nice-to-have HR perk. It is quite literally the engine of commitment. Why? Well, psychology plays a massive role in hotel operations. The data shows us time and again that employees who can actually see clear, mapped-out pathways for their own growth are significantly more likely to commit long-term. Think about it. If a team member feels like they are stuck in a dead-end role, their engagement drops, their service quality dips, and eventually, they just leave. But when you place them on a visible timeline of professional growth, suddenly their daily tasks have a much deeper meaning. They aren't just checking in guests anymore. They are mastering the exact skills required for their next promotion. Retention, then, isn't just about paying people enough to stay. It's about giving them a really compelling professional future to run toward. Which brings us to our second section, structured career pathways. We need to look at the actual mechanics of transparency and competencies. So what exactly are we talking about when we say career pathways? Simply put, these are structured outlines of potential progression routes across various hospitality departments and roles. Notice the keywords there, structured, and across various departments. A pathway isn't just moving from junior receptionist to senior receptionist. In a modern luxury hotel, a real pathway might map a route directly from the fast-paced environment of the front desk right into the highly analytical environment of the revenue office. It shows a team member exactly how their foundational guest-facing skills can be leveraged into operational or strategic roles elsewhere on the property. Basically, it turns a massive, intimidating hotel hierarchy into a highly navigable map for the individual. When those pathways are documented and totally transparent, we see a massive operational shift. Two critical things happen. Step one, employees clearly understand the required competencies. There's no guessing game anymore about what it takes to become a floor manager or a guest relations director. The skills, the certifications, the experience levels, they are all clearly listed. And step two, because they understand those competencies, they can proactively prepare for their own advancement. Listen, as future leaders, you do not want to spend your time dragging people up the ladder. You want to create a transparent system where ambitious talent can just see the rungs and climb them independently, seeking out the training they need because they know exactly what the finish line looks like. Okay, zooming out a bit, let's shift our focus from individual employee progression to overarching organizational strategy with our third pillar, effective succession planning. Once you have those structured pathways locked in, you can start engaging in real succession planning. Consider this vital comparison. On one side, we have the huge strategic advantage of identifying high-potential employees internally and preparing them for future leadership. On the other side, we have the traditional, and frankly often risky, reliance on external recruitment. Effective succession planning aggressively reduces your need to look outside the organization when a key role opens up. When you hire externally, you are taking a gamble on a resume. But when you promote internally through a carefully managed plan, you're advancing a known performer. Their strengths, their weaknesses, and their potential have already been verified in your own hallways, lobbies, and kitchens.
But the absolute most crucial point to remember here is preserving organizational culture. Internal succession planning is not just about filling vacancies quickly to save recruitment costs. It is fundamentally about protecting the very DNA of your hotel. Every luxury property has a totally unique culture, a specific way they anticipate guest needs, a distinct language of service. An external hire, no matter how talented they are, takes months to truly absorb all of that. But an internal high-potential employee, they already live it, they embody it. Promoting them reinforces to the rest of the staff that living the culture is actually valued and rewarded. And that creates this incredible compounding effect of loyalty and cultural strength across the entire organization. Now, let's pull all of this together in our final section and explore strategic talent management as a holistic approach.
A vital concept you have to grasp is that retention strategies absolutely cannot exist in a vacuum. You can't just hand someone a career map and expect them to stay if their daily working environment is miserable. True retention integrates career development with 3 vital daily support areas: recognition, work-life balance, and supportive leadership. It has to be a holistic blend. A clear path to become a department head is totally meaningless if the employee is entirely burned out due to terrible work-life balance. A promotion loses its luster if the hard work isn't met with basic recognition along the way, or if the leadership is unsupportive. So career pathways provide the long-term vision, sure, but those 3 elements, recognition, balance, and supportive leadership, they provide the daily fuel needed to actually get there.
And that brings us right to the core principles of strategic human resource management. This demands that we view retention as both a people issue and a performance issue. It's not just about keeping people happy. That's the people side. It's about keeping the hotel functioning at peak profitability and service levels. That's the performance side. By combining structured pathways, clear competencies, internal succession, and holistic daily support, effective career management drastically strengthens employee engagement. And when your engagement is high and your leadership pipeline is packed with culturally aligned internal talent, the ultimate result is organizational resilience. Your hotel becomes capable of weathering economic downturns, sudden staff departures, or shifting industry trends without ever letting the guest experience slip.
As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a real challenge as you look ahead to your own careers in this incredible industry. Knowing what you know now, that clear pathways drive commitment, that internal succession fiercely protects your culture, and that retention is both a people and a performance metric, how will you apply these strategic retention practices in your future leadership roles to build organizational resilience? Will you be a leader who just scrambles to fill empty shifts, or will you be an architect of sustainable talent? Thank you so much for joining me on this learning journey, and I really encourage you to keep questioning and elevating the standard of hospitality.